Welcome to today's video. My name is Marvin. I'm a health and performance coach for top 1% entrepreneurs who want to optimize their health and performance. And today I want to show you my exact biohacking process, my exact biohacking systems, how I work with my clients, what is the exact methods that we utilize. And I will show you also how this 12-week process looks like, the different medical testings that we provide also for our clients, and also the strategies and some maybe useful tools, maybe that could be interesting for you. So I hope you'll get some value out of this, and yeah, let's get to work. Right here we have the different phases and the different tasks. This is one of my clients that start working with me a few weeks ago. So the first point on the agenda is to provide various kind of things. First of all, we provided an Oura ring for that client. So to get in that sleep metrics, it's really important that I track the sleep metrics with all of my clients. I can show you also how it looks like in these cases, because then I can also review the sleep metrics. So I can exactly see how much REM sleep, how much deep sleep or sleep in total the client gets. And therefore we can also see different potential bottlenecks. Like we can see it's the total duration, what's missing. Is it just the REM sleep that this is missing? And we can also experiment with various supplement protocols. And of course, another thing is accountability. Because if you track your sleep and if you review it from time to time, then you maybe more stick to your evening routine, stick to your sleep routine, you prioritize sleep more. It's also some kind of gamification because, of course, you want to reach a higher Oura score. So these are all aspects why I really recommend also to track your sleep. And the thing what we use for that purpose is the Oura ring. It's, from my experience, also the most accurate measurement. So that's the first thing. We provided an Oura ring. Another thing is the gut health test. We use Viome for that. So we provide gut health test for my clients. It's basically a shit test. Like you analyze your gut microbiome, and Viome tells you which kind of foods for your microbiome are optimal and which kind of foods you should avoid. And therefore we can make refinements on the meal plan. Then blood tests, really important. In that case, the client already had some previous blood tests with his doctor. If he doesn't had, we would also provide specific blood tests for at home. In that case, he already had a blood test. We just have to make sure right now that maybe the names are blurred, but there we can see a detailed blood analysis. We can see potential bottlenecks. In that case, for example, we see that the glucose levels, especially in the morning, are a little bit too high, which can be a sign of prediabetes. We see that overall cholesterol is, yes, a little bit too high, but we have to also differentiate. But that's maybe a topic for another video to analyze specific blood parameters. But this is one of the first steps so that I can also see inside what is happening in the body and therefore can make specific recommendations, and it also help with the meal plan. Which leads us to the second huge part, what we are doing. For creating the meal plan, first step is that my clients track their actual nutrition for 4 days. That means I want to see what these people are eating on a regular basis. So it's like they just track without any recommendations from me so that I can see what does the nutrition, the diet actually looks like. And also based on that, based on the gut microbiome test and based on the blood analysis, we create a custom meal plan. I can also show you some example from that case, what we already did, because the gut health test is not already finished. It takes a few weeks, also depending on where you live. It can take up to 2 weeks. But in that case, we already started with creating the breakfast. So in that case, I created a PDF with in total 3 breakfast options. So as you can see right here, we created 3 really quick breakfast options because the client also, he's an entrepreneur. He's really busy throughout the day. So he needs options that are pretty fast. Like he can spend hours in the kitchen to prepare his breakfast. So we have, for example, for option 1, yogurt or cottage cheese with berry, chia seeds, some rice protein, and 1 handful of nuts, walnuts, almonds, macadamia, whatever. Pretty simple, pretty quick. We have on option 2, eggs, cooked or boiled, with different vegetables. And for option 3, we have salmon with half of an avocado, and optional also a low-carb bread, which is gluten-free. I told him in that case, and what I also recommend to most of people, to avoid some kind of bread, wheat, juice, milk, or all kind of that stuff. And also, I showed you also today in today's morning routine, the drink, the glass of water with lime juice and with a teaspoon or a part of a teaspoon of the pink Himalayan salt. And this is like the first part, the first breakfast options. And then we have also the accountability part that you can see right here. And in that case, because for some people, I tell them, this is your breakfast option, just do it. They do it every day on a consistent base. In that case, because he's really busy in the morning, he sometimes skips breakfast, and therefore we created, just for accountability purposes, that he sends me a picture of his breakfast every morning. So every morning I get a WhatsApp message, just a picture from his breakfast, just to make sure that he is doing this on a consistent base. Some people need it, some people don't need it. So in that case, I know that it's necessary, and therefore we made it for accountability purposes. We also have for the future some additional medical testings if necessary. As I said, in a blood work from a doctor, not everything is covered what we need, and it really also depends. Sometimes we provide additional medical testing, something like hormone tests, cortisol tests, whatever, but that's highly individual. Then the workout protocol. Right now we are in the process to design his exercise protocol. He already sent me pictures from his home gym. He's training at home. What kind of things he has available, what kind of machines, how much space. And then the next step would be to introduce the client to the workout protocol. Next step is to measure the physique. If the goal is to improve the physique, to improve the body composition, less body fat, more muscle mass, we can make a body fat analysis. Also depends on where the client lives. But what is always possible is to make physique photos. So especially when we talk about optical changes, it makes sense to have weekly check-ins, that he sends me a picture of his physique every week, same as with the body weight. So we already have in week 1 the weigh in, and the process is now that the client sends me also through WhatsApp his actual body weight, and I collect it here in Asana to have an overview and to see how the body weight is changing. And that also is really important for me when I create the meal plan, that I have really specific informations in how the body weight is changing. Then we have already for our onboarding call the agenda. So in that case, it's just like the heaviest lifting is done in the onboarding call. So in the first call, we confirm his goals. We design also his morning routine, how to include meditation, some kind of these things, how to use an Aura ring that we provided, a Q&A session, of course, if you have questions, and introduce him to the next steps. And then, that's like the action steps that also be created throughout the next weeks. So for my service, I work with clients in total 12 weeks. That's my main offer, to have a 12-week program to, as I said, the heaviest lifting is part in the onboarding, so in the first weeks to get everything set up, but it's also important throughout the remaining weeks for accountability purposes to get in these routines, to answer all their questions, to have always support, so the people can contact me with phone messages, and the people have also the opportunity to make weekly check-ins, weekly calls if they have some kind of question, if they need some support, so that I guide them through this entire progress. So I hope you got some value out of this video. If so, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about optimizing your health and performance, then subscribe to that channel. And if you have some individual question regarding to that what I already showed you, or some other specific topics, you can also hit me on Instagram DM message. So just hit me your questions. And yeah, I hope you like it. That's it for today. See you soon.